Hello everyone. So I thought I'll take a different approach today. I am on my terrace. You can see the greenery behind me, and the topic that I'm going to talk about today is about, of course, everybody knows about the Porsche accident that has happened, and we would definitely like everyone to be safe with regards to their own kids. Parents are somewhere responsible to give that initial start to the kids being safe. It is very important because only a parent can initiate that. Every kid that is becoming 18, that is going to get his license or her license or their license, they can only be guided by their parents to be street safe. And somewhere, if you feel you are not able to give them that guidance, somewhere you should reach out to people who probably can. Somewhere, if you feel that you're not on the same page with your kids where you can talk to them about these things, then get some help. So you can definitely go ahead and request someone to help your kid with these road safety tips. If no one else, come to me. I will be more than happy to help you guys with being safe on the road, or for that matter your kids. If you want them to be safe on the road, you could reach out to us. We could do a special session for them where we could help them be safe. And that's the whole topic today. There is a lot of people who are shouting about the whole Porsche accident where a kid did something and the parents are being blamed and this and that. But guys, look at the reality. What are we doing? Each and every one of us that has a kid that is going out there on the street, somewhere, do you know that your kid is street safe? Do you know that your kid is following all the safety measures that they need to follow on the street? That is one concern that is definitely there for all of us. You can't just blame one parent because that mistake blew up into such a big size. The reality is all the parents are somewhere or the other facing the same mistake, are doing the same mistake, where they are letting their kids go on the street without thinking about how street safe they are. Now, they have not experienced these kind of things and they don't even have interest towards these things, very frankly. Nowadays kids are least interested about these topics because they have many other things to worry about, like we did when we were their age, right? But today we can see that there's a lot of these things happening. There's a lot of awareness that is there, but on the ground the reality is that parents let their kids go on the street without thinking how safe they will be there on the street. Just a helmet, is that enough? Forget the helmet, forget the bikes. What about these cycles? Your kids are taking cycles on the street. Please understand, anyone who's riding a cycle on the main road is as close to danger as a biker is. Now, if you're riding a cycle, you don't wear a helmet, and you're riding a bike, you wear a helmet. That's not right. Somewhere, even while you're cycling on the street, you need to make sure that you have taken the necessary measures to keep yourself safe on the street, right? So not just bikes. In fact, I'm surprised there are these new scooties and bikes that have come out which don't go about 25 kilometers per hour, but they are still there on the street and they are being allowed to ride without wearing a helmet. And they actually brag about it that, oh, you don't need a helmet to ride this. I'm sorry, boss, you need helmets to ride any such kind of thing. It is very important for you to wear helmet no matter what you are riding, whether you're riding a bike, a scooty, whether you are under the speed of 25, or if you're riding a cycle. As long as you're out there on the road, there is a truck passing by you, there is a possibility of you getting hurt. So anyone who has someone who's who's valuable and is riding out there, you need to make sure that you wear a helmet, right? It is something very, very important. Helmet is just the start. Then it depends on how fast you are going, and accordingly you can take further measures, further precautions could be taken to make sure that you are safe. That's the whole point of this session. Somewhere everybody's, oh, see that Porsche accident, oh, see what that did, see what that parent does, how careless that parent is. But let me ask each and every parent out here, each and every parent, are you training your kid on road safety before they go out on the street? Please understand, people know how to move a vehicle. They know how to take the bike from point A to point B. They know how to take a car from point A to point B. That is just about moving the vehicle. Road safety is a different topic altogether. When can they take from point A to point B? What are the precautions that they should take? What are the possible threats they should be looking for? Or what are the possible assumptions that they have to make to take those preventive steps from avoiding themselves from going into an accident? It could be their fault, or at times it could be the other person's fault as well. Let's say if a truck is reversing and the truck did not see your vehicle. Yes, it is the truck driver's mistake that the person did not see you, but at the end of the day, you are the one getting harmed. So you have to take the precautions and make sure that you are safe in these situations as well. Not just when it is your mistake. There will be many times like these. You will find these learners on the road who will do stupid things. Yes, it is their fault, I 100% agree, but you are the one who is becoming the victim of their mistake. So all you need to do is make sure that you learn about these precautions that you need to take to keep yourself safe. Something as simple as if you're riding on the highway and the speeds are of 70 and 80, you're next to a bus or a truck, you cannot be very close to them. They will take sudden lefts and rights. Let's just give an example. Let's say it is early morning, 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and there's an empty road out there, right? Now you feel this is an empty road, let me just zoom. But the other vehicle is also thinking of that. So all of you all are on high speeds on empty roads. Especially with buses and trucks, they are generally jammed in traffic. They are the last person to move. The first one generally that cuts through traffic are the bikers. The second person to cut through are the cars. The third and the last are the trucks and the buses. So when they see an empty road, they feel this is the time for them to zoom. Not only that, you will find buses and trucks on empty roads riding or driving as if they are riding a bike. I have seen trucks and buses zoom and zigzag across like a snake. And they feel they can do that because the roads are empty. Because like I said in the start, if you see an empty road, even they are seeing an empty road. And they are thinking this is the time for them to zoom. And that's what they do. And the only thing is that because of them zooming, you also zooming, you both are at high stakes. And you are not able to take evasive action in time. Because you are not anticipating those kind of moves from the buses or trucks. As the speed increases, your distance, not just in front and back, even left and right needs to be taken into consideration. If I am on the highway with a bus or a truck and we are both at 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers per hour, I will try and keep a one lane distance between me and the bus. Because I know this bus will change one lane at any time. Or this truck will change one lane at any time. These are the kind of things that we need to teach our kids today. That whenever they are out there on the road, make sure that they are aware of these dangers that will be there for them. They could just be walking for that matter. They could just be a pedestrian on the road. Now, if there is a truck coming and you think that you have come to the footpath end first and you should go before the truck comes and the truck should brake for you, please understand. I'll give you an example. If this is a water tanker, okay, and even if the driver has seen you, but he's at the speed of 60, if the truck driver tries to brake, he will not be able to brake in time. I'll tell you why. Because the pressure of the water that is there in the tanker behind him, as soon as he brakes, now just imagine this, take a bottle and hold it horizontal and just shake it like this. You will see that the water from behind the bottle comes to the front of the bottle and hits the cap, right? In your hand you may not feel the pressure so much, but imagine that same motion in a truck. Let's say they have 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 liters of water. When such amount of water comes and hits the front of the truck will move forward even if the driver is braking. I have been told that the truck brake can also be disengaged or could break, as in discontinue, they get disconnected, and the truck will keep moving forward because of the pressure of the water that will come and hit the truck. Similarly for the buses as well, they cannot do sudden braking. Please understand that. If you feel that you'll go in front of a big vehicle and they will do sudden braking for you, I'm sorry, they are not able to do that. Not that they don't want to do that. Because of the vehicle is designed in such a way that they need that amount of braking distance for them to brake in time. Right? So this is the whole idea about being able to save yourself from the other vehicles. This is something that we need to teach our kids today. And that is what is the topic today, because everybody is getting too excited about one particular case. It is not just that one particular case. Each and every one of us, I include myself in this, each and every one of us should make sure that they take care of their kids when they are going out there on the road. They make sure that the kids know the road safety measures. If you feel you do not have a curriculum, or you do not have the ideas to tell them about it, come to us. We will be more than happy to help your kids with it. We could come up with a format where we would be helping these kids be able to take care of these things. At least a start, at least a conversation, at least their mind should start thinking in that direction. Another example is every intersection that they go through, they should be slowing down. Whether they are on a cycle, whether they are a pedestrian, whether they are on a scooty, or whether they are on a bike. Every intersection you are supposed to slow down. There is actually a law in terms of traffic, and there is a fine for not slowing down on intersections as well. but people don't know about it. You know, every intersection is a possible accident, and you have to anticipate that what if a truck comes out of there? What do I do? This is the major thing. The smaller thing is that, let's say there's just an open road, a straight road, but a dog can come from anywhere at any time, right? So you need to make sure it is not just your front distance, it's also your left right distance that you need to be aware about. That if something comes suddenly from the left or from the right, do I have the right speed to be able to brake in time? If I am riding or driving too fast in that lane which is very thin, then it is my mistake. You know, recently I got a question that let's say I was riding my cycle at the speed of let's say 20 kilometers per hour, and suddenly a grandparent came walking in front of my cycle. It wasn't my fault. I was like, somewhere what we need to do is avoid getting into that situation where such a sudden thing happens. Now what this would mean is that that parent was coming out of a blind spot that this person has while this person was cycling, right? And if there was a blind spot like that, this person has to slow down. So if you slow down to the speed of 5 or 10 and then someone comes in front of you, you will be able to brake in time before that person you have an accident with that person. So you need to have the right speed, not just in terms of the length of the road, but also in terms of the width of the road. So these are things that we need to teach our kids today. But what we are doing, we are giving them the vehicle of their choice with the power of their choice, and we feel that we have given them what they wanted, so they should be happy, right? I'm sorry, but that is not right. If you are giving a fresher a 1000cc bike, I am sorry, but that is incorrect. The person needs to first understand and respect the vehicle, and then they can go ahead and get into higher vehicles. Something as a 125cc or a 150cc is more than enough for a fresher. The fresher will take around 3 to 5 years to exhaust all the power of that vehicle. After 3 to 5 years, that person will feel, okay, I have exhausted everything that this vehicle can do, and then I need an upgrade. What we are doing is we are giving them a 1000cc in the start itself. They are not able to control it. They are not able to enjoy it to the fullest, right? Instead of that, give them a 125 to 50cc. Let them enjoy it for 3 to 5 years. Let them understand the road safety measures. Then give them maybe a 500cc for the next 3 to 5 years, right? The more you increase gradually, the longer their learning sessions will be and the longer their enjoyment will be. Like they say that if you take let's say something sweet to eat, and you take one small spoon, you eat it, you relish it, and then you take the next small spoon, you enjoy the ice cream for a longer time. But if you take an ice cream, you take a big spoon and you take a big gulp of it and put it into your mouth, and then quickly, as soon as even before you swallowed the first one, you've gulped in the second bite of that ice cream. I'm sorry, but you're not enjoying the ice cream. You are actually going ahead and destroying the ice cream in your mouth, because there is an overdose of it and you'll probably get tired of it very fast. Instead, take those small bites, enjoy every inch of it, and then go on to taking the next bites, the bites after that, and all that, right? Similarly, start small. 125 to 150cc I feel is good enough for a fresher, because it has enough juice. Especially a 150cc has enough juice which will last for the next 3 to 5 years. Let him rev out, let him enjoy it to the max he can, then maybe upgrade it to a 390 Duke or maybe a 500cc bike or something like that. After you understand that your kid has understood the vehicle, he's understood how to be safe on the road, he's wearing all the protective gear that is to be worn and all that. Once it gets to that point, then you upgrade that kid. Now understand, if the person is taking a bike at the age of 20, for simplicity of maths, if in 20 he gets the first bike, let's say by 25 he'll need the second bike, by 30 he'll need the third bike, by 35 he'll need the fourth bike, by 40 probably he'll need the fifth bike. That probably will be the bike that he will keep with him. You can start with the basic street bike for the first 5 years, because if the bike falls, the body fairing and everything will not get hurt so much. Start with a street naked bike. Then if that kid is really good and you think that the kid has understood, give the kid a bike with a fairing where he will feel the difference, where he will understand that yes, this is the kind of bike, this is how I need to ride, I can be aggressive. The kid is still fit and fine, so they can do that aggressive position of a racer bike and all that. That is when they do the next 5 years. So by the age of 30 they would have been enjoying a racer bike. At 30 you can probably give them an off-road bike, which would help them enjoy the off-road side of things and be able to handle things off-road, which is, I believe, a little more advanced than a racer bike, because there are more things to be handled. Now when you look at a racer bike, you're looking more in terms of the left-right directions of the bike that needs to be taken care of. With an off-road bike, you are also looking at the vertical movement of the bike in many ways, because you are looking at going off-road. So you're giving more challenges to the person compared to what the person was facing on a racer bike. So then you go to the off-road bike, and when it's been 15 years of a person being on a bike, then maybe at the age of 35 or 40 you can look at giving the kid a cruiser, maybe a 1000cc cruiser, Harley Davidson, whatever. That by then that person has exhausted all the other things, and he's had his share of racing, he's had his share of he, she, they, whatever it is. Don't mind me saying he. It's just the biker that I'm trying to refer to. A biker does not know any gender. A biker is a guy, a girl, or anyone who rides a bike is called a biker, right? So if the biker is by the age of maybe 35 or 40, they have had their share of street, they've had their share of racers, they've had their share of off-roaders, and then they get into the cruisers. That's how I would probably think of progressing my kid through the different stages. Of course, I don't want to decide for the kid. Maybe he's more interested in off-road from the start itself, and the kid wants to go for the off-road. I'll probably go in that direction. But yeah, this could be one of the things that you can think of. If your kid has no clue where they want to go, you could probably give them this direction if they want some direction to decide which way they should go. So that is something that I want to say with regards to taking care of your kids. It is every parent's responsibility. Whether your kid is a major or a minor, you need to be the one to talk about road safety to your kid and promote road safety to your kid. That is the important message that I want to give with this video. I hope all of y'all agree to me. If y'all do, please give it a thumbs up and a like in the bottom. This is just a 15-minute video. I hope I will be sharing this again as a normal video, a normal reel, so you all can please reshare this with everyone that you think is a parent and you think that they need to be able to do these things to take care of their kid before they put their kid on the road. Whether your kid is 15 years old, 12 years old, 17 years old, 20 years old, 22 years old. If they are going out there on the road, they should know about road safety, and it is every parent's responsibility to tell them about the road safety and to be able to tell them that you have to take care of yourself. If you can't do it, no one else can do this for you. No police officer can do it for you. So please go ahead and help me share this message with all the parents that are out there. If any of you parents need any help, we are here more than happy to help you. You can DM me on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to share this, to help you out with this. Thank you everyone. I think 15 minutes is more than enough. If you all like it, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.